Hi, my name is Jimmy Bias. I have an idea. If anybody wants to send me any donations for this idea, they can send donations to paypal.com in care of jewelgoodboy at netzero.net. That's jewelgoodboy at netzero.net. While traveling across the USA, I was traveling on Highway 10 on the southern part of the United States, traveling through Texas. And there's a big stretch of road going through Texas where every spring, and possibly all throughout the year, different times of the year, there's deer. Now, the springtime, that's whenever there's a lot of deer mating, and so that would be why there would be so many deer then. But through this whole stretch of road, and even on the night that I was traveling on it, there was well over 50 deer hit on this road every night for like a month to 2 or 3 months from what I've heard. I saw a documentary about this probably a couple years or so ago, and they said sometimes people come along and pick up the deer and take them home and eat them, or sometimes they'll cut them up if they're still warm, still good enough to eat, and they'll donate it to homeless shelters. But there are so many of those deer are going to waste. Now then, also while traveling across the USA, I figure there's places that don't have a lot of deer. Possibly, I don't know, what a person could do is get a sleeping gun, a dart gun, shoot some of those deer, put them to sleep, and get enough of those deer to fill up a trailer. Maybe there could be volunteers, maybe they just fill up horse trailers, or maybe they can fill up a whole diesel trailer full of these deer, make sure they're well fed, well watered, and then transport them to other places that are low populated on deer. I don't know if this may be one of the places up by Lake Powell in near Page, Arizona, where the Navajo reservation and stuff is. I don't know what their deer population is there, but there's a possibility they may have a low deer population. And being that Lake Powell is a pretty good sized lake, they could maybe use more deer, because there should be lots of water from the lake. And so by transporting a lot of these deer from down in Texas to other places throughout the USA that could use a higher population of deer, then that would prevent those deer just from being killed and going to waste. Plus, it may help people not be wrecking into some of those deer, which damages their vehicles and could also cost people their very own lives. And so that's my idea of what could be done. Of course, you'd want to check with the United States Forestry Divisions and everything like that to make sure that you're allowed to do that, and if they would want to participate in helping out with something like that. The benefits, we're just going to say up around Lake Powell they have a low deer population, although I do not know if that's exactly true or not. The Fish and Game there would probably know more about that. But by increasing the deer population there, then that could be better not only for Texas, better so that then people are not wrecking into those deer and being killed, but then other communities that are low in deer population that have a large number of people that depend upon deer for their meat and for their other items. For instance, people who actually would take the deer and completely use all of it, all the meat, all the hide, all of everything, then that way it doesn't go completely to waste. So if anybody knows of any place that has a low deer population that could benefit from having more deer shipped there, you're welcome to send me an email. And you can also send me an email on any of your comments about this video. You can comment here on YouTube, or you can send me an email with your comments on whether you think it's a good idea, a bad idea, what your thoughts are about it, or if you would ever like to volunteer and help out in some way or some form, to jewelgoodboy at netzero.net. That's jewelgoodboy at netzero.net. Thank you very much for your time, and may you all have a wonderful night.
Yeah, you did wonderful, Judy. You're good at